She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode, I will be telling y'all how COVID changed my life. COVID happened like 3 years ago. It's really crazy to think about it because like it seemed like it was just yesterday that I was having to wear a mask and fight for my life every single day. But yeah, here we go. I can't believe I got COVID because I always thought that I never was gonna get it. I was praying so hard, like, please don't let me get it, please don't let me get it. And on the brink of it being over, like completely, I don't know if people still be getting it or not. I haven't heard anything about COVID in forever. But I got it. Worst possible time ever because I was rehearsing and we were starting rehearsals for my show that we were doing, and like people were dropping like flies on rehearsal. The cast was just done. Like half the cast got COVID. It was crazy, and I'm just like, really? So I had to miss the first day of rehearsal. I was so sad. I'm like, no, like I can't, like literally. But I didn't get it as bad because I got like vaccinated and like got a booster shot. So it felt like a flu. Like the first day, I lost my smell and taste completely, and it was so horrible. Like my body, I couldn't get up. All I could do was lay down. I couldn't sleep. It was hot. I was hot but cold at the same time. Like I never really got when people said like I'm hot and cold at the same time, but I was literally hot and cold at the same time. It was crazy. So like I had a hoodie on, and I never sleep with hoodies on, but I had a hoodie on, but I had to take it off, but I had to put it on. So it was just a mess. So hope COVID is over forever. And I gave a friend COVID. I really didn't mean to, but it was everywhere, and we must have got it at the same time. And I felt so bad. It was just so awful, horrible experience. Negative out of 10. Would not recommend to anyone. But anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry. The first way that COVID changed me was it made me self-reflect a lot, and it made me um look at myself. So more explanation. When COVID first happened, I was a senior in high school, and I was like the group of people who got robbed from their prom experience and their graduation experience. So I was like a little bit sad about that because why were we the only class that lost everything? And I feel like right after that, like everybody else was able to graduate, everybody else was able to go to their proms years after. So yeah, that was kind of like hurtful, and like I was kind of bitter watching everybody going on prom and graduation from years and years. So that sucked. And we were just planning for prom, and we were planning like about trips and like doing all this stuff in high school. And we were like, oh my gosh, like we're going on a 2 week break is very much needed because we're all tired and exhausted. And that 2 week break turned into a year break, and we were robbed of everything. Not even a year break. That 2 week break turned into a 2 year break because I was robbed of my first year of college too. So yeah, I was robbed of everything. COVID took everything from me. But it wasn't as hard for me because I was a very introverted person at the time. I still am. But I was always in the house anyway, never doing nothing. So it wasn't that bad. It just got bad because when I wanted to go out, I couldn't. But it wasn't like horrible. But it was just like school was a distraction. So like going out to school every day was a distraction when I was like really going through it mentally. So it was a distraction, and it was a way for me to get out of my head and out of my thoughts all day, every day. But since I was in the house all day, every day, I was in my thoughts. And it like made me just like see how it just made me sit and think about life, think about the perspective of life and like what I want to do with my life when I graduate and move to college, and what I want to do possibly after college, and like deeper things that I don't really want to get into. It just made me like look at me. I was like, what do you want to do? Like, why are you here? What is your purpose? So, it also helped me like grow closer to God and like pray and really get to know him and read his word. Yeah, just like know the meaning of life and what I want to do for the people in my life. And in that self-reflecting, it helped me grow confidence and lose confidence at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know why. But when COVID happened and I just turned 18, I got my license, not my license. I can't drive. I got my state ID, and everything was going good. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally a teenager. I got my state ID. I got a bank account and all that other jazz when you turn 18. And that happened very easy. And I heard like it would happen like harder if COVID didn't happen. And I should have like took a driver's test and stuff when COVID did happen because it was very much easier for everybody. I'm sitting here, a 21-year-old woman, not being able to drive. But who care about that? I don't care. I got friends who know how to drive. Yeah. Like I just felt like since I was sitting in a house, I could fix all the internal problems that were going on in my head and with me. So I started like looking at myself more, just filling up my cup more because I pour my cup out to everybody and I can't like started to hurt me, become toxic for me because it's just like I didn't like whatever people did to me. I just let people do certain stuff to me over and over again and let them get away with it, and I didn't like that anymore. And I'm like, I'm not going to be a people pleaser anymore. I'm not going to be like a punching bag. So you may, but yeah. So I gained confidence a lot because I was like, what is the root to you feeling not confident? Like, what is, like, why are you feeling so self conscious in the first place? So I made lists and then I started journaling a little bit. And then, yeah. And I also lost confidence because I was in a house so much. I was looking at myself so much. I was snacking more because I was stressed about like COVID and like, when is this going to end? Am I going to get sick? So like I gained weight and I was like, oh no. But then like, yeah, I'm not going to get in too much into that. Also helped me grow closer with myself because I've like discovered stuff about myself that I never knew. Like when I first started my college career, when I first started college, I wanted to be a creative writing major because I love writing. I'm like, writing is so fun. Like, you can do everything with writing. So I did everything with writing, and I still do everything with writing. But then as the year went on, I was like, I kind of don't like this writing like program they have. So I switched theater because theater was my minor because I was always interested in theater because I wanted to write plays and like shows and people can act it out because I didn't have the confidence to do it. But I was like, what if I just change my major to theater and then like we'll see what will happen. So I fell in love with theater. I never imagined myself with theater because I'm like, what did I just do with my life? Like, what did I do? Like, you know what comes with theater? Acting, memorizing lines and all that. But I was great at it, and I would feel like I was at the level where like people were at high school. Like high school, I didn't do anything theater, nothing. But I feel like I was almost as experienced, if not as experienced, as my other peers around me who was doing it since like high school. So I felt pretty good. It was just like what held me back was my confidence. I was not confident in myself, but now I am. I'm confident enough to know that I know what I'm doing and I'm very good at theater. And this is my life. So help me grow closer in that aspect. Help me grow a little bit closer with like singing. Singing is a complicated thing because when I got there in person, I figured out that I can sing. But like I was singing a little bit by myself, and I'm like, I really like singing. This is a fun little hobby, like cooking. I used to like all the stuff I used to love, and like got sidetracked of. I did it once COVID happened. This is a big one. It made me feel every single emotion ever and like move past it. Dealing with mental health issues like anxiety and depression, went in a very, very deep slump like the rest of the world did because we're trapped in a house all day and there's nothing for us to do and like we're just here. So I felt very sad and I allowed myself to feel sad, myself to feel anxious, and I allowed myself to feel happy and all the other little fun emotions that come in between with them. And I feel like now that like I've learned that it's okay to feel because I feel like we as a race, like we don't like to feel emotions because emotions make you weak, and we always gotta put on this fake facade, and we always gotta keep hope. Like, but like, what if we're feeling like hopeless and like scared? So I just allowed myself to feel all the feels and like do the stuff that I didn't allow myself to do, and it worked. And I feel like I came out of COVID in a much better, healthy relationship with myself than going into it. And it made me not take life for granted because I feel like I was taking life for granted a lot. And then like seeing how easily this new disease came and start taking people, and people were literally like dropping like flies dead. And I was like, this is a very serious thing, and people are scared. Like, we never went through a global pandemic like this before in a very long time, or like at all for some of us. And it was crazy. Start planning now what I want to do with my life, or like figuring it out now. So like I just became more grateful for the little things like earth, being outside. It just made me realize everything that I've lost that was so normal, like going outside, going to a restaurant, going on like the train, and breathing in fresh air and stuff like that. But we didn't have that for 2 years, 2.5 years, and it was crazy. So yeah, I used to always say like COVID was the worst years and best years of my life, because if COVID didn't happen, I think I would have found myself at all, or it would have took me a very long time to find myself. Because I feel like I found myself, but we're still finding ourselves every day. But COVID really just helped me sit and think about what I wanted to do, helped me practice on more skills like doing my hair and doing stuff for me, like doing makeup and like watching all shows and movies. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm a theater major, so I'm like, now I gotta watch all the movies and see how they act and maneuver and do all that. So yeah, COVID helped me get like my license, and I keep on saying license, my state ID and stuff like that earlier, and just being an adult, because I turned into an adult during COVID. Like I turned 18, an adult, and now like I'm actually an adult, a legal one now, being 21. So yeah, it was a very complicated thing, and I feel like I hope we never go through anything again like COVID, because COVID was very scary. I just felt like I bloomed more, and then yeah, I wouldn't be the girl I am today. Like it just made me it just put life into perspective. I really hope we have to never ever go through anything like that again, because COVID is horrible. It was a terrible, terrible thing. And I'm grateful that the people around me, a lot of people around me didn't get it. I was very scared for my grandma to get it, but she never got it. Thank the Lord. God forbid she gets it ever. I feel like COVID was like a different surreal experience for everyone, but I just tried to make the best of what you could do, because I'm trapped in a house all day. So like I might as well like start exercising and like eating right, learning how to cook, and like do all that little fun stuff. You have reached the end of the video. I hope you liked it. This is more on the chiller side, because I don't know, I'm low-key running out of ideas to talk about, but I am I got y'all. So just let me know what y'all want me to talk about down below. If y'all have ideas, if y'all want something, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that fun jazz. Love you guys. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.